I'm Evan Netch. I'm here at Kitty Kites in Rodanthe, North Carolina, and this is the 2018 Cabrinha Drifter. The Drifter is Cabrinha's wave kite. They've kind of designed it specifically for wave riding. And what makes a kite good for wave riding is basically you want something that turns really fast, it's got super high D-power, and really forgiving and stable. You want the kite to be there for you. You want it to be able to get you out of a situation, turn on a dime, and just really be a reliable kite, especially when you get into bigger surf. So this is a 3-strut kite. 3 struts kind of just keeps those wingtips a little closer together. Does a really nice tight loop. That way if you're kind of running straight at the kite, downwind, you keep looping the kite, keep it in the right spot, and it doesn't have a ton of pull through the loop. It's looping just to kind of keep that kite in the right position for you, not necessarily create a big yank, which you don't want because you don't want to get pulled off the wave. The kite's really stable. Again, 3 struts, a little bit of a lighter frame, keeps that kite stable. You ride under it, you bounce around, even in gusty wind, the kite's gonna be really, really reliable. Again, relaunch is a big focus. When you put the kite down in the waves, you want it to come up really quickly, so the kite relaunches really incredibly quickly. And then, probably the most important thing is the kite's drift, as the name entails. You want to be able to ride at the kite, and the kite's not going to edge out towards the edge of the wind window. You can keep riding at it, and it stays in that power zone and kind of follows you downwind, or more leads you downwind. And so that's what the Drifter's about. It's about on-the-wave performance. So, kind of a few things, what makes the kite work so well on the waves. One thing is really just comes down to the bridling, a lot of it, kind of where the kite sits in the wind window. And what Cabrinha's done that's unique is they give you 2 bridle options for the front bridle. What they have is called the onshore setting, or the sideshore setting, and the offshore setting. And all you need to do is move this front bridle connection point here to this offshore setting, and you also move this one up here and just pulls it around the leading edge a little bit, and actually makes the kite sit further forward. This will give the kite better upwind ability. It's popular with a lot of people if they're using their wave kite for doing some free riding on their twin tip or whatever on a non-wave day. But what this does is when the kite sits further forward in the wind window, it's going to go upwind better, and when you're on the wave, it's not going to pull you out the back of the wave. You don't necessarily need the kite to drift as much in offshore winds. You want the kite to stay forward and not pull you out the back. And so that's what that onshore-offshore setting does. Here in Hatteras, we get a lot of onshore, sideshore winds. I hardly ever use the offshore setting. I pretty much always use it on this onshore setting. But it's a personal preference thing. It's also a location where you're riding. And then like all of our kites and a lot of kites in the market, we have the A and the D setting for your rear lines. And this essentially adjusts your bar pressure. It modifies a few little things to get a little bit more D-power on the B setting. But the most obvious thing you'll feel is on the A setting, you will have lighter bar pressure and slightly faster turning. And that's the setting that I like on this kite. Looking at a few other little things on the Drifter, what Cabrinha has put on all their kites this year is their pure profile panels. And the pure profile panels means that for every one section of leading edge you have here, which is quite a lot if you wanted to make the kite have a really nice, fairly perfect curve, you've got 2 sections of canopy that run from your leading edge all the way to your trailing edge. And these are each cut individually, uniquely to really fit the curve on the leading edge. That way it's not, one huge panel, next huge panel that makes the kite have lots of little kinks. You've got more panels than even you have leading edge segments, which gives the kite a really perfect feel. And again, that's not one of those things where you can say, it makes the kite, work better in the waves or does this or that. I think it just gives the kite that better, more perfect overall feel. And that's something Cabrinha did to all their kites in their lineup and really just trying to perfect the product. That's pretty much it. Cabrinha Drifter, it's available in almost every size from a 4 meter all the way up to a 13. And yeah, this has been my go-to kite this fall, especially here in Hatteras when you get a lot of good days in the ocean. So for more information on this kite or other kites in the Cabrinha line, check out khkkiteboarding.com.